You know how much deep shit you're in right now?
Why are you so angry?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because your obsession with middle schoolers! Look at the fucking news. Congratulations, you're not just famous for racing. What am I supposed to tell my agents now? Lightning McQueen is caught sending inappropriate pictures and messages to middle school girls, showing pictures like his exhaust pipe covered in oil. I don't get it. You're a fucking car. We lost so many sponsors. Adidas, Apple. You know you have to show up in court, right?
Fuck.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Lightning McQueen?
They said they were 18. That's the
Who the
truth.
fuck is 18 in the 7th grade? See you in court.
So can I clarify? This is a football guy, Luke Littler.
Yes. Do you live Michael? Do you live under a rock?
I don't recognize the name at all.
He's not a footballer.
I mean, then again, he has been away. He has been abroad, so I suppose it's not as big a thing
in the United States. But even if he was in the UK, I don't think he would have heard of him somehow because he's just away with the fairies.
What's he done up to?
Why don't you search his name on the internet?
All right.
Why don't you go ahead and do that? Just save us all the time.
At first, I thought you were making a joke. Oh, wait. Oh, so this is the guy. Sorry, you know what's really funny about this? I was literally having a conversation about this person just before we started the call. We were talking, they said they'd been watching the darts. And I said, oh, darts, that sounds pretty gay, you loser. And they said, I've never watched it nor played it, but the 16-year-old going on 40, soon to be world champion, is absolute meme material. That's what they said. And I was like, okay, so it's actually really funny that, and that was literally a conversation I was having just before the call.
They have made memes about him as well. They did a Simpsons one. It's like, you think that's bad? I'm only 16, like the Mormon thing about him being 31.
Yeah.
I was thinking of using one of them in a meme off competition, which could be a possibility.
I just hope they don't have I hope he doesn't have a son called Hugh. Called Hugh. With the implication being that his name would be alliterative in a similar way.
Yes, no, I understand, but of course he wouldn't change.
Yeah, okay.
No, you did not get that, Dylan. Of course. The thing is, I understand the joke. That of course, he wouldn't change his surname, then, would he?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
because that's your family name.
There's a flaw.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny if people had to change their surname to always have an alliterative name. That would be
hilarious.
A good system.
Go on.
Does anyone watch the darts? It's 4-all, so it's and it's 1st to 7. It's it's
I know.
Quite,
Wait, hold a minute. It's 4-all. I thought you could score up to 180.
4.
That would be impressive. Getting 4. You shouldn't be able to win money for doing something that like drunk people do at the pub. You don't win £500,000 for lecherously trying to flirt with a barmaid.
No, but that's what Andrew Tate does,
That's a good point, yeah, actually.
So,
yeah.
There's always, in a different way. Yeah, pick-up artist stuff, yeah. The thing is, like, it's insane because, I think everybody was talking about how, because he was the youngest ever player to win a game at the darts championship. Like, so then everybody, took notice of him, and it's like, oh, how is this guy 16? He looks like he's got like 3 kids and a mortgage. All those kind of jokes. And then now he's got to the final, and it appears now we have like the Pele of darts on our hands. Like he's like he's going to be the greatest talent ever. Like in terms of darts, and everyone was just joking about how he looked like he was twice his age.
I feel like playing darts will do that to you.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
the stress, the sheer amount of kind of athleticism, it takes its toll on you.
Yeah, it's like being president.
You see, like
so,
Phil
hold on,
Taylor and they're like obese people. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so he's like 16, right? So he can't actually drink.
No, that is correct.
Knocking back the pints while he's playing.
It's just hanging out in that environment makes you old. Makes you like overweight. What was I going to say?
Yeah, maybe it's in order to like, it's kind of like a Crossroads deal thing, like with the devil, where it's like you can have this incredible talent at darts that lots of people will value, and will make you a famous celebrity, as indeed is the case for all darts players. But the flip side is that your years will be numbered.
Well, that's why he's already got a 21-year-old girlfriend. He doesn't want to waste any time. He met her apparently playing FIFA, on pro clubs, which is just so fucking hilarious. Like, that's even weirder than the fact that, you know, she's 21 and he's 16. It's like he's met apparently playing FIFA. I don't know how the hell that can happen. It's like the most toxic game ever. But yeah, maybe he liked her blue afro, and then they just hit it off.
She's too fit to be playing FIFA, though. She looks. I mean, she's
wait, what does his girlfriend look like?
Dylan, she's 21, which is too young for you, but way too old for him.
See, that's the thing. I reckon he is about 40, and he's just pretending he's 16, so people call her a nonce instead of him a nonce.
Ah, smart.
I mean, she's not that fit.
Yeah, she's not quite a UK beast, I believe is the term. But yeah, the point is, like, let's, you know, I guess we can criticize her for being unattractive because she's dating a 16-year-old, so that opens her up to ridicule. Even though, by the way, do you know, like, he's going to be 17, like, in 2 weeks, Luke Littler. I don't know if anyone knows that. Yeah. So it's like,
I did, but I don't
so
think
we
it changes
can have
anything.
sex with him.
Well, no, what I'm saying is he's kind of a fake 16-year-old. Like, he's much closer to his 17th birthday than his 16th birthday.
You see, the thing is as well, once I knew that, then it kind of made a bit more sense why he looked the way he did, that he was close to 17.
But even if he was 17, it's like, what the fuck? But yeah.
No, I like the idea that it's just like 16 to 17 is when you just age dramatically.
Oh yeah, that's clearly how it happens.
I guess we should talk about the death draft. Or having said that, we could do the meme contest, and then after whoever wins, you can use that to then pivot to be like, well, it looks like he won the meme contest. But
yeah, actually,
I'll just
go through it now. Actually,
I mean, I know Len Goodman died, and I think someone had him.
Well, let me set it up, Dylan. Let me set it up. You fucking right.
I hate Dylan.
Yeah, I agree. So before we get into the death draft, before we get into the meme contest, we're going to get into the death draft. Yeah, I know. And now, of course, you know, it's 2024, which means 2023 is done. And yeah, this time around last year, we predicted 34 celebrities. If they were going to die, we had a list of 34 celebrities, and basically all three of us chose who we thought out of that list was going to die in 2023. And yeah, do you guys have any idea of who might have died or who won the contest?
Oh yeah, sorry. I know that Len Goodman died, and I think someone had him.
Yes, not you. So
I didn't think.
How many out of the 34 celebrities? How many died, guys? Well, the answer is 3.5.
Oh wow!
Did
someone get cancelled?
3.5 died.
Oh no, someone they must have got terminal cancer or something.
So I'll explain the half in a bit, but firstly, the three people that died.
Oh wait, Anton Deck.
No, not Anton Deck. They weren't on the list.
Anton dead.
Anton. No, if anyone were to die, it'd be Ant. You know.
Yeah,
like, you know,
all the drinking
driving.
and the drunk driving would catch up with him.
Yeah. So the three celebrities that we drafted that died were Bob Barker, Henry Kissinger, and Len Goodman. Bob Barker, of course, we had different points. Like if you James Corden, for instance, if he died, you got 100 points, which unfortunately did not happen.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yeah, we, especially for you, Dylan, because you picked him.
Yeah.
So
I was wishful. I was optimistic, thinking that.
Yeah, so Bob Barker would have got you 10 points, Henry Kissinger 20 points, and Len Goodman 30 points.
Oh,
so
Henry
I just
Kissinger.
So in total,
I hope
60.
I went for him.
Well, the thing is, the points are rather irrelevant because all of those three people, Bob Barker, Henry Kissinger, and Len Goodman, were selected by one person, and that was Michael.
Oh, really?
Well done, Michael.
So Michael managed to...
Looks like I'm going to be winning 2 competitions today.
Oh, wow.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
So it was 6. So that means Michael ended with 60 points, and nobody else, of course. Well, there was one other person who kind of died, which was Jimmy Carter, which was, of course, my pick, because Jimmy Carter, if you don't know, the former US president, is in a hospice, basically, and he stopped taking treatments. So I've said he's kind of half died. Like if Jimmy Carter died, he would have got I would have got 10 points because he was my pick. So
I mean, maybe by the time this episode uploads, maybe he will be deceased.
Yeah, but it's in 2023 though. That's the thing. So, but I'm gonna give myself a half of 10, so 5 points because he's in hospice. He's the thing is, this news was announced in March, and I was like, oh yes, he's gonna die. But actually.
It's horrible.
Well, he'd already accepted it.
I feel like that's within the spirit of the game.
Yeah, it's just because he was fine with dying. It was 10 points to me, and then he just never fucking died. Like
He
even though
wanted
he
you
was,
to have those points.
yeah. So I'm only gonna get. I've given myself 5 points because he's like, right, he's basically dead. Just and not officially. So and that puts me in second place. So because we have to, otherwise me and Dylan would have tied with 0 points. None of the people we picked actually died. But yeah, so congrats to Michael, winner with 60 points, then me in second with 5 points, and then Dylan in last with 0 points. Not even one of your picks half.
Did anyone get injured or anything, or like lose any limbs, or like getting any accidents?
A tickly cough?
I don't think so.
Man flu, COVID.
Every one of your people improved in their health. Like they all had fantastic years.
That's a negative.
Some of them got resurrected.
If James Corden loses weight, I suddenly lose loads of points.
Yeah. Just the odds of Dylan winning plummets. Yeah, so congrats to Michael for winning the death draft. We won't do one this year, maybe sometime in the future, I don't know. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's get on to another contest, the meme contest. Let's see if Michael can win that as well. So it's fairly simple. Obviously, there's 3 of us. 2 of us will go up against each other, and the third person will decide on the winner. Right, so let's go first with Dylan versus Michael.
Okay, so let me actually make sure I'm ready. Okay, good, I am. Da-ba-da-ba.
First meme is, I believe that's Ben Shapiro saying, let's say, hypothetically, you were to remove your clothes. Okay, that's another good Ben Shapiro meme. So the cringe active movie viewer, stay silent the entire film. The Chad passive movie watcher, don't go in that room. Haha, that was funny. Sneezes at full volume. Opens bag of nachos loudly and audibly chews chips. Yeah, I have a minute to talk. Hold on, Mom. It's hard to hear you. I'll put you on speaker. I'm gonna go with the Ben Shapiro one because I think it's a funny. It's just funnier because it's Ben Shapiro. And whose was that one?
It was Dylan's.
That was mine.
Yeah, don't overdo it. So next up is Luke versus Michael. So
Okay.
Michael, send your meme to me.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, we've got a choice between 2. We could have Todd Bowley's project. No, don't turn 25. You're, wrong year by the way, so sexy, aha. Chelsea refused to sign anybody over the age of 25 this summer, which means Madison 26 was not considered. I like that, and obviously that's Leo DiCaprio, who doesn't like anyone above the age of 25, and that's his choice. 11.
Yeah.
11, that's when I go off. 12, that's how many fucks I don't give. And it's from the Chamber of Shitpost, which is one of my favourite.
Of course,
groups.
It's one of your favourites.
But I've not seen this one yet. Because I never found that girl that fit either in the films. It's just like, tell me about this Harry Potter twat sort of thing. And he's just
it's
like,
kind of an anti-miscegenation meme.
and he's
Okay,
just like,
so-
I've never talked to girls before. When he should have just been like, oh, fuck
I'm
off.
excited to judge mine.
Next is Luke versus Dylan. So Dylan, you send yours to me.
Okay, so we got 2 things. Let's see. First of all, I actually don't think I'll be able to tell who's not, and that would be relevant anyway. News. Lightning McQueen caught trying to meet with a 13-year-old Toyota. So I guess the substance of the joke is that, cars are different ages from people. Time to get to my Magic the Gathering tournament. Core. And it's a really fat guy. I'm going to go for the fat guy.
Yeah, that was Dylan's. Congratulations.
Oh.
Yeah, again, Dylan pandering, which again is, I see this is what he's done. Like, it's just absolutely disgraceful.
To be fair, I will say, genuinely, in that one, usually I think it's pretty easy to tell difference. I felt that one was quite difficult, because I was like, well, Dylan could find paedophilia funny.
Yeah.
I don't find paedophilia funny.
Right.
I felt like that's the kind of thing Dylan could really get behind.
Next is, of course, Michael versus Dylan. So, the first one is, girls like quiet, mysterious men. Just wait for them to come approach you. I don't really understand that, to be honest with you. And I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a typo, the UU thing, or is it's part of the joke. But whatever the case is, I don't understand it. And the second part is Rome. Poor predictable Greeks, always fighting a phalanx. The Greeks, good old phalanx. Nothing beats that. Okay.
That's a good history meme there, maybe.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I understand that one. Can someone tell me what I think is that Liam Hemsworth? What?
Yeah, I don't get that joke at all.
So is that from Dylan then?
I don't get it.
Is it just supposed to be like an absurd? It's just supposed to be an absurdist nonsense meme.
Yeah, it's like, is the joke that Liam Hemsworth is obviously like this good-looking guy, so girls will approach him because he is, he can just be quiet and, but it's not the case for other men who are quite mysterious because they don't look like Liam Hemsworth.
I think the joke is just.
You think it's just a pure nonsense?
I think it's like like you get those like geeks who just like those incels who just kind of like turn up and just think they can take any women they like.
Isn't that what I just said?
Isn't that the opposite to an incel? Surely an incel like wouldn't think, unless it's an incel with who's like very very constantly surprised, like somebody who's never ever successfully pulled someone, but it's like, oh, don't worry, I got this in the bag.
So the Simpsons win. The Simpsons meme has won it.
Yes. Who was the Simpsons meme?
Oh, that was me. I prefer to think of it as more of a Greek history meme. That's another question about the you can't do two. So let's say, for example, obviously in that case, I can only do one more Simpsons meme and one more Greek and Roman history meme.
Yes, I doubt there'll be another Greek.
Yeah. This is a disaster. I've got to change everything.
Okay, so next is Luke versus Michael. So Michael, send me your meme.
Very good. It is women be lying for no reason, and then he grabbed me by the neck. But obviously, this woman who's a bit of a jabber. She doesn't have a neck, so she was lying there.
I see. That's the joke.
Me studying French so that I can refuse to speak it, as opposed to just being unable to, and it's I'm assuming some kind of Chad-like person. I think I'm going to go for the jabber meme, the then he grabbed me by the neck, because that did make me laugh a lot.
Yeah, and that is a win for me.
Yes.
So that is, and that is 1-1 between me and Michael. It's 1-1 between Dylan and Michael as well.
I think what I'm going to do going forward, by the way, is I've decided it's a good thing to just offer no explanation. I think that's like a good move. So it's just going to be like, you just say, I like this one, boom. Because I feel like explanations are just my other thing.
That would be a good philosophy for you in general, right? Next up is Luke versus Dylan.
First one is Ben Shapiro. I guess it's kind of like a YouTube thumbnail. It says, Uber driver sucked me off. So there you go. That's obviously kind of silly, because that's not the kind of thing you'd expect Ben Shapiro to be making. And then a lot of people don't know this, but this is how planes are born. And then obviously it's a smaller plane coming out of a larger plane. Neither of them made me super laugh. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go for the plane one. Yeah, this is how planes are born.
Dylan wins that one.
Oh really?
See, you know what? Okay, yes, it's Dylan versus Michael. By the way, I just like the Uber driver sucked me off. Really made me laugh because of Ben Shapiro's face.
I do get the appeal of it.
I don't know if have you seen the original thumbnail?
I don't think I have seen the original. Is it Tana Mongoose?
I don't know but the person in the thumbnail is putting a similar facial expression as Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. This is,
and it's like,
see, that's the other risk.
I just love that. It just made me
you
laugh.
Rely on your references.
You should have explanation underneath it, and then you could that might help.
And then but that's the thing. It's not. I just made me laugh so much, so I decided to put it in.
Yeah, I like the dice roll element of it.
A non-pandering move there, Dylan. Why didn't you?
I have no idea why it's taking Dylan so long to send me I just sent him me with my with my terrible.
No, Dylan, you send it to Michael.
There we go. Yeah,
send it to Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. It took him so long. Me with my terrible internet, I was just waiting for him to send it. I was like, screw it, I'll just send him mine. Okay.
Right. So the two memes are: they had one job. You will marry me. They are not asking. Oh, I see. Okay, yes. Next question. Can you see the Turk? Sorry, next question. Next meme, sorry. Can you see the Turk? No, you can't because they're just like other Europeans. That's very racist. I'm gonna go with the Turk meme. Who was that?
Oh, it's me. In with
Michael
the W.
goes
I knew
up.
I knew I could pander to your racism.
To be fair,
That's go on, Dylan.
I was thinking, I could go tactical here. That's too good for me to be. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
That's a very good meme. See, that's the type of memes we should be encouraging in the meme contest.
Yeah.
True. I'm going to
Racist
give that a thumbs up on our chat with Michael, even though it makes no difference to the competition.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke versus Michael next. So, yeah.
Right. Let me be the judge. When she says you're too chicken to make a move, and we've got a chicken's leg on an actual leg, I like that. 'Cause it's
She's
a play
being
on
fucked by a chicken.
Versus, what can a man wear his fancy hat and play Wii U without a web camera taking his photo? Yeah, I think I probably prefer the webcam guy because he just looks like a massive nonce. So I find that even though I feel like that's probably just someone's real profile picture, someone's just making a joke.
Can I say like that is Michael's, by the way.
I was kind of, I mean, I don't want to talk myself out of something here, but I was kind of expecting you to say chicken.
How is that a meme?
You know what? I wasn't really. I feel like sometimes the rule, but like my logic was, like basically, if someone's pulling a funny face and there's like a short bit of text, that's kind of a meme.
Oh, it's just someone updated his profile page.
Yeah, I don't think like... this is not a meme.
Maybe I feel like we need like
Yeah, to be fair, Michael, you lose 1 point for not sending for your meme.
I mean, it's like if we're just going to send funny images, then I mean, let's call it the funny image contest, shall we?
I feel like we should just call it the funny image contest. I feel like
the funny image contest with a caveat that only 2 of the images can be from the same medium.
Yeah, I actually have. I'm not gonna lie. I actually have. The rest of my roster is all profile pictures of nerds. that's all I've got. I was really
now we know. If you've got a profile picture of a nerd, you know who sent it.
Yeah.
I guess Dylan found it funnier, but I don't know. I'm just not happy about, again, once again, there's shenanigans going on with these memes, which aren't actually memes.
Yeah, I understand. It's a terrible situation. Anyway, can I decide now?
Yeah, sure.
Good. I will say, Luke, you'll be delighted to know that you actually have an opportunity for some vengeance because my last image that I'm sending to you is also arguably not a meme. So you can
well, don't do that then, because
no. But the thing is, I think you'll really like it though. I think you'll really like it.
No, but okay.
I feel like Luke plays by the rules. Even though I sent a really shit meme and Michael sent a really funny picture in, I would win because it was a meme.
Unlike Dylan, I have principles, you see. I have integrity, unlike Dylan.
The reason I'm going to send this non-meme as my last picture is because it's a very gay
Dylan,
gay
have you
image.
sent me your meme, by the way?
I'm sending to Luke. I didn't want to ask.
He hasn't. So long to send them.
I didn't want you to think I was stupid.
You know what, Dylan? If you do that again, it's minus a point.
That's only fair. So we start off with the Family Guy thing. It's like the classic kind of like racial color chart thing, and it's got if you're white, you support Ukraine, and if you're black, you support Russia, which I like. Obviously, it's not necessarily entirely accurate, but sometimes inaccuracy, is funny. So I like that. And then next one, okay, let's see what the next one is. When your uncle and priest decide to tag team, and then it's a Buzz Lightyear pulling a very distressed face. Again, I literally have no idea who sent what. And again, I feel like every single one I've got, they've been really evenly matched. Like, this is not like it's obviously this one for me.
Fine, it's just gonna give.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go for the Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
okay,
Dylan's one again.
Really?
Yeah. Again, yeah.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, it just makes no fucking sense because
he's gritting his teeth because the uncle and the priest
do you know what the phrase tag team means?
Yeah, they're teaming up. They're joining forces.
Well, I was thinking because it's kind of gay.
Yeah, but do you know what the phrase tag team means?
Oh wait, it means because his mouth's not being used. I see what you're saying.
Do you know, like, It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it should have been a.
Again,
maybe
just
it's,
another.
maybe it's double anal penetration.
Yes.
Like
Okay. Maybe
two dicks, one hole.
maybe it's that. If that's the case, then I guess it's
That's
acceptable.
what I was thinking. They were just sticking it in the same hole, but I suppose that wouldn't be too
Okay.
timid.
All right. So
Yeah,
who do
I know.
So I'm sending to you now, Luke.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's Michael versus Dylan.
Oh shit. Okay.
Michael
Sorry.
versus
So I'm
Dylan.
Oh yeah. Okay. I see. So Dylan's gonna
I
send me
will send
his.
to Michael.
Okay, so the first meme, I like my women like I like me meat beaten. Okay, and I think that's Shrek right there, from the looks of things. Buddy, the next one. Buddy, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Terrible fiscal policy. Okay, right. I mean, I can't believe we're getting a Paul Ryan meme on the meme contest.
I should have
Not
updated. I mean, whoever made that should have updated it.
It's just, oh god, I can't really believe I'm that. And the thing is, the Dylan meme, or I assume the one from Dylan. Yeah, I mean, it's the Shrek meme. It's okay, but it's not just. It's the same thing as the Buzz Lightyear thing. It's like a zoomed-in, awkward face.
Yeah. I feel like, to be honest, it should almost begin to count as like that should count as the same type of meme, if we're. But I guess
Yeah.
he's only done it twice.
Again, it's very cynical what Dylan's doing. He's
Yeah.
playing a
In fact,
very
also if you
cynical
look at it, he also
game.
played the fat guy in the Magic the Gathering thing. Yeah, he's going for the just one line of text plus a stupid face situation.
Yeah, which again, he's been rewarded for that by Michael.
Yeah, I
but
actually,
I'm not going to reward him for it. I'm going to go for the Paul Ryan meme, which is just it's so dumb and it's so unexpected. But there you go, and I do understand it. Wait, don't tell me that was your meme, Dylan.
No, could you imagine?
Dylan likes like we're just playing along, and suddenly his meme.
Yeah, I was because he did like he was like, oh darn it, like he was doing it sarcastically. Like, wait, it says Dylan pulled up a masterclass, but no, that was Michael's meme, right?
Yeah.
So
I
that
don't know
means
who.
Mike-
Okay, I actually have a question. This is just a side note. If I were to make that meme updated, who would it be? Would it just be like, it would probably be a fucking Liz Truss? Like that would be a great like modern version of it. So who's it now? Is it me? So I'm sending to
Luke.
Yeah, I'm sending. So who am I versus?
Sending to me because it's me v you. So
Okay,
you're sending
sorry.
to me.
Yeah, thank you. Good. Okay, and this is
That
Who's the
certified
retard
Dylan
now?
moment.
yeah, and
Yeah,
this
exactly,
is round
yeah.
4, isn't it?
Yeah, by the way, just to say, Michael's won his meme contest against Dylan 3-1. Dylan has beaten me as well because it's 3-0, so I can't come back. But this one is the only one which is up for grabs
In
because it's
contention.
2-1. It's
Oh, wow.
2-1 to Michael, but if I win, then it's 2-2, and we go to round 5.
Bye, Dad. I'm leaving for the party. Not dressed like that, you aren't, young lady. Better. Yas, bitch. Slay. I like the face the dad makes in the top corners. This is a strong one. I'm gonna say a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10. And its opponent, Young Thug. Hey, fuck cancer. The Beatles. Never wrote a song against cancer. Probably pro-cancer. I like the funny faces that the old man makes. I also like the insinuation that the Beatles are pro-cancer. It's actually a ridiculous idea that the Beatles would be pro-cancer. It's difficult. It is difficult. I'm gonna go for the Beatles.
No,
That's Michael.
Can I say I do think it's worth noting. There's been a good a lot of them have been evenly matched, except for Dylan's, which have all been terrible.
Yeah, and always it's against me.
Yeah, Luke, you know what?
Luke, I really
you
thought
have you have
Beatles.
always you have always
No,
genuinely-
wait, Dylan. You didn't go for that meme because you thought it was mine, did you?
I liked the idea of the Beatles being pro-cancer. I found that really funny.
So you did go for that just because it was you thought it was better.
I thought the
Yeah.
Beatles is quite funny to be pro-cancer. But I
Okay,
thought
that's fine. I'm just saying, don't go for somebody's if you think it's theirs, which is what you kind of implied.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get what he's saying because because Dylan was like, I thought it was Luke's, as if he felt, But no, I think I will say that, obviously, I think actually it's been, maybe we're all just becoming an amalgamation because I feel like, except now that you've pointed out that Dylan's whole thing is just, the stupid faces, and now I'm realizing that that is it's a tell.
Yeah.
But a lot of the classic tells, like, I feel like the last time we did it, I like almost every single time I was like, okay, it's definitely that person. This time, not so much for me, but
yeah. So, well, it's Luke versus Dylan now. So Dylan sends your meme to me.
yes, okay.
And Michael's won overall, by the way. I just realised.
What a surprise.
I will say the one thing that I do, which I'm quite proud of, and this is the one thing I'll say, is that, and I think I mentioned this last time, whenever I see a meme, like what I used to do is I would just send it to you or you know, one of you, whoever I was like, but now I save it into a folder. So like my memes are often compiled. See, I feel like what a lot of you guys do is you hear it's a meme contest, then you go searching for memes, which obviously, you know, means you're not necessarily going to find. Whereas me, it's like if I see a funny meme, I'm like, oh, Luke or Dylan would like that. I save it throughout I've got a little folder for them.
You're stockpiling memes. I think I kind of do that. I see a meme on Facebook and I save it, but then I look through it. Luke says, oh, meme contest. Like, oh, I'm prepared for this. And I look through it and think, these aren't going to win. You know, so.
Well,
okay,
yeah,
now this one's interesting because we have two images that are both, you know, one line of text plus a silly face. So this is interesting. I'm going to assess them. So listening for the next line when a rapper just said maggots. And there's some people looking very concerned, horrified. Oh God, what's going to happen next?
See, why did I send that one to Michael? Oh, I'm fucking done with this game. Like,
see,
how?
Why
did it? See, that's the one that makes Dylan laugh uproariously. Like, I don't understand.
To be honest, like, I'm realizing with this that there's like some people who are like, you think you know someone's sense of humor, and then every now and then you'd be like, oh, okay, I was surprised. Anyway, so I do like that. I was going to say to myself, like, oh, you'd think it would be like when a rapper says bigger, but I realized, well, actually, that's not very surprising. So, okay.
Yeah.
And then this one's also quite funny. Put the chromosome in the fucking bag, and it's somebody with Down syndrome, and they're holding a weapon. Again, they are both similar.
No, one is
one is
clever.
Yeah,
shall we
so
say? One is just another.
Right. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Another's gonna make you feel a bit down.
Yeah. So again, I recognize there are distinctions. It's just it's interesting because, you know, they are, let's say, superficially similar, but there are differences. It's really hard for me to like, because I'm aware that one of them got a very big reaction from Dylan, which obviously means it must have been his, because he laughs at his own jokes. No, I'm joking. So you know, I'm kind of like thinking, but yeah. So I will go for the maggot one.
So next up is Michael versus Dylan.
Okay.
Michael versus Dylan.
By the way, yeah, Michael's already won 3-1. Michael, it's 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. So
this is interesting.
Round 5 is not very.
Round 5 is basically to decide whether or not it's going to be a runaway or.
Yeah.
You know.
I have to make it respectable by losing 3-2.
Yeah, like that makes sense. There is quite a lot. You know, what's the word, like, hanging on it.
So, first one. The black rhinoceros spends a majority of its adult life alone and mates only once every 2 to 3 years, just like you fucking loser. Okay, right, that's great. Okay, wow. All right, I don't think I'm going to be able... Well, we're not going to be able to include this meme in the video, by the way.
Well, don't worry, we can censor it, hypothetically.
Hypothetically. So, it's a guy fucking a guy who's fucking a woman. Which man is more gay in this situation? The man painting it. I like that. Again, I think the rhinoceros one is just kind of pathetic, honestly, and that at least this
it's a
this
bit
one
mean
has
too, like cruel.
It is. It's cruel. We don't really like that, and yeah, at least the Roman or the Greek, whatever, the ancient painting meme has got something funny to it. So let's go with that one. Who was that one?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I also see that was the one where I was like, you know, arguably it's not. See, again, the rule about what is a meme is always a bit, because I was like, well, you know, it's a 4chan thing. But
yeah, 4chan has the. I've seen enough.
It can
like
turn
4chan
things into
stuff.
meme.
Yeah, like the weird guy with the hat. That's just him.
Yeah, okay,
just,
yeah.
You know, it's not a meme.
Anyway, so I thought this one would be good because it is gay. So I thought I'd end on something gay.
That's fine. I mean, the rhinoceros is technically gay because he doesn't make that often. But could I say, you know, Luke, you did send
that doesn't make him gay.
You did send me a meme once that said "reindeers don't exist, grow up," and that was quite a mean meme as well.
Okay,
well, I don't. I like how you remember that, and I'm not selecting it, Dylan, because it's mean. Obviously, that is not the reason. I just thought it wasn't that.
I
wasn't that
just
funny.
like the bluntness of you fucking loser. That made me laugh out loud when I first saw it. But
Yeah,
what
Dylan
works
I
for
think
me
likes
doesn't
Dylan
work
likes
for me.
random kind of like he likes what's the word, kind of like shock. He likes when it's like there's a sudden like it's like
Well, let's see, because it's
sudden
Luke versus
insult.
Michael next. So
Yeah,
Michael
that's
go.
fun.
Michael,
I've already
send
sent it to you.
me. Oh, that's the one you're using. Okay. Oh, I see. Of course it is, because it's the most pandering thing in the world. All right.
I was like, oh, I'll end strong. Like I was like, well, I've got to end on some. I was like, my logic was I'll start with something pandering and I'll end with something pandering. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just forgot that I need to pander. That's again why I.
Send
Why
us
I
some Simpsons
yeah.
memes, for goodness sake.
yeah. I feel like so like now there's a new pandering rule. I'm like, okay, so I think the good
Well,
strategy.
it's not
is
a pandering
begin on
rule. It's
something
just
super
about the
pandering.
integrity.
Oh yeah, I get
You
you.
know,
Oh
it's-
yeah, I see. Yeah, you're right.
It's not a new rule.
Pandering principle.
Right? Fuck it. We're gonna go for this one.
Yeah.
It's just really stupid, but maybe it'll
Yeah,
win.
stupidity can win with Dylan. I mean, Dylan sometimes will uproariously laugh at See, I feel like my one might not get.
I don't know. I think
yeah.
it's too stupid, but I just
Yeah,
really
let's
enjoy
see.
it.
I'm excited.
Soft with a little crisp. Yeah, this is this is Shaheen now and is ready to be served with butter chicken.
It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working.
Yeah.
Gamble pay.
This at the Indian restaurant. Panel number 4. Click here to insert text.
That's what
Okay.
they call like. Is that like it's kind of like a deep fried meme?
Okay, so that was the first meme. Now we shall look at the second meme. That's my that's my boy Hogwarts band. I find that quite mean, quite offensive. He's upset about his son dying and someone's putting a trumpet in his face. So I'm gonna go with the Rajasthani Indian restaurant meme. I like my favorite thing is the fact it's unfinished. And it's,
Yes. Yes.
I go for that one. Here was that one.
That is mine. I didn't. I
Okay.
honestly.
So
I
stupidity wins out against pandering. That's an interesting
Yeah.
thing to bear in mind.
I saw Michael's pandering meme, and I was like, "Oh no, fucking hell, no!" And so I was like, "Right, I'm going to go for this one." And again, I had no idea whether that would win.
I actually
that
really
is-
find it funny.
Yeah.
I actually laughed at how
Yeah.
unfunny I found it, and that's why.
Exactly.
I was
Yeah,
just like,
exactly. It was a
yeah.
wild.
I was
card.
gonna say yeah because I was looking at it, I was like, okay, is this gonna work? But yeah. See,
Okay,
I mean,
Luke,
also I
this-
think the fact it gave him an opportunity to do an Indian accent.
Oh, good
Oh,
point.
yeah.
I didn't consider that. Luke versus Dylan. Next, so
Okay.
Dylan, send your meme to me, and this is the last one. Will it be a 4-1 blowout, or will I have a respectable scoreline?
Luke
Which would be
versus
3-2.
Dylan.
Yeah. So me versus Dylan was a 4-1, wasn't it? That's right. Isn't
Yes,
it? Me
Michael
versus-
won.
yeah.
Michael won 4-1. Yes.
So I'm sending to Luke.
I like that. Okay, so we start off with something that looks like a furry thing. Does it have automatic drive mod? Yes, it can drive by itself, and obviously it's to like furry people, like they're gonna do some gay sex on a plane. Oh, and okay, wait, I just tried something else. It's quite funny. Okay, wait, this just got elevated considerably. They're about to fly into the World Trade Center, which does massively elevate that. I've got to be honest. Like at first, I was just thinking, oh, it's just too gay, like it's just gay furry porn. Okay, whatever. But no, yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. That really jumped up. Once I realized that. And then me, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your muck order? McDonald's boss again. Sorry, McDonald's boss again. Rubs temples. You don't have to put muck in front of words. Me. Okay. Turns to customer. Oh, welcome to Donald's. Okay. All right. Good. Again, I think so I know what I'm going to go for. And again, it's entirely based on that fact that like I had that sudden moment of realizing, oh wait, they're heading towards the World Trade Center. I'm gonna go for the World Trade Center gay furry porn one.
That is the beauty of that meme. That is mine.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because like I was like at first I was like, wait, what is this? It's just like is the joke just that it's like gay furry porn and that's automatically funny? And then I was
no,
like,
it's it.
yeah.
Really, I think I'd just send you that, Michael.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on.
also, yeah, it's like it's kind of subtle. So yeah, that wasn't a
Yeah.
bad one to end on.
No, that's a kind of a famous meme or an infamous meme, shall we say?
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
I don't know how somebody created that, what somebody's mind went to, but yeah, that's the end of the meme contest. So Dylan, of course, wins that battle because it was 3-2. But you know what? I lost both mine, but it was a 3-2 loss, and Dylan lost his to Michael 4-1. So Michael, of course, wins.
That's a bad loss. That.
But yeah, you know, even though I didn't get blown out, shall we say? And just
unlike the World Trade Center.
Yeah,
I think as well. You really pulled it back at the end. I think you won like all of the last rounds. Like you really
what you need to do, Luke, next time you need to once you put all of it together, you need to flip it round so that
I won 3 of the last 4 of mine contests. Yeah. So Michael, congratulations, you win again. You've won a lot recently. You've won our end of year quiz. You've won the death draft, and you've won our meme contest.
And also on Select and Reflect #shoutout. I won the predicting the scores thing.
Because of fucking Aquaman.
You better watch out for the Oscar prediction competition.
Right. Yeah.
Nice
So let's. Great. So yeah, let's get into the topics now. Let's be quick. You know what? We're going to put a timer of 8 minutes on these.
8 minutes.
How about that?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Right,
whatever.
Go for it, Dylan.
Right. Okay. I'm sharing my screen.
Why did I don't know why I nominated you to go first.
I am. Hang on. I am sharing my screen. And essentially, we're talking about. I mean, to be fair, I wanted to talk about the darts, but obviously we've discussed that already. But it's still. I've made something, a little resource. Right. Okay.
The time is ticking.
What you got to do is snooker and darts are sports where they're quite different in what the sports are and the etiquettes of them, but they've seen very similarly. And we've got some players here. There's a little competition between you and between Michael and Luke, so a chance, Luke, for you to win something. Plus, with your sports knowledge, I feel like you might have the edge. You have to tell me if the person is a darts player or a snooker player. So are they good at darts or are they good at snooker?
Okay. That's a nice thing. And if you can include this in the video, Michael, that'd be good.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So this first person, darts or snooker? What do we think?
So do we both guess?
Yeah.
Let's do it alternating in turn. So let's go. We'll go Luke first to Michael, and Michael first to Luke, and so on.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right. So I think this guy's a darts player. That would be my guess.
Yeah. So do I have to disagree with Luke, or can I?
You can either agree or disagree. It's up to you.
So in this case, I think it could be that he seems a lot like a darts player. It could be a double bluff. But I'm going to go for darts player.
Darts player. It is a. Shit. It is a darts player.
Okay,
this
good.
is Peter Wright.
I
think
bluff.
he's 5th in the world. Right. Next
and
one.
you've got the Sky Sports font. I see.
It's copyright. What about this geezer?
Okay.
Is he darts or is he snooker?
Well, shit, I have no idea, but he kind of looks more like a snooker player, but I'm going to assume it's a double bluff. I'm going to go say he's a darts player. And also, he looks kind of like he could be, malnourished, as if he just, drinks beer all day.
Okay, well, that wouldn't make you malnourished.
I don't know.
I mean, I'll go with snooker.
Snooker. Luke gets the point. This is Judd Trump. He was the 2022 finalist, 2019 Snooker World Champion.
There's actually another Trump who's going to be snookering someone this year, Biden, in the election.
Oh, true. Who's this geezer?
Yeah, I mean, fuck knows. Let's go with snooker.
Snooker and Michael.
I'll go with snooker 2.
Snooker 2. It's a point to both of you. That's 3-2 to Luke. This is Luca Brissell. He is the world snooker champion. He's from Belgium, and he's the current world champion of snooker. He's a midget. Well, he's not a midget, but he looks like a midget.
Yeah,
what about
like 5 foot?
What about this geezer? Is he snooker or is he darts? Michael, to guess first.
Fuck. All right. Darts.
Darts. Luke.
Yeah, I'll go with darts as well.
Darts as well. You are both incorrect. This is Rory McLeod. He is a snooker player. What about this geezer? Luke,
I mean, if that's not darts, then that's darts.
Yeah, it could be a bloody double, like I say, double bluff, but I guess I'll go for
said that
darts.
3 times now.
I know, well, it feels like a lot of the time it could be. Like, these people, at some point, I'm thinking we're going to go for someone who's like, oh, that's obviously a darts player, they're going to be a snooker player.
Darts. You're right, this is Gary Anderson, the Flying Scotsman, a darts player.
No double bluffs in this game.
Michael, to guess first.
Well, it looks like he's wearing a snooker outfit, so I'm going to say snooker.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously snooker. That's a really bad photo.
Yeah, I just wanted to find a funny photo. This guy is called Sean Murphy, and he is a snooker player. Yeah, I just wanted to find a photo of him making a funny face.
I'm gonna say darts.
Now, this could be a double bluff. I don't know if I've pointed out that possibility, because he looks a lot like a darts player, but he could be a snooker player. But I'm going to go darts, because so far there haven't been any double bluffs. So far, whatever they've looked like, that's been what they are.
This is Michael Smith. He was the darts world champion last year. It is 6.
I feel like Dylan's
one,
not...
two, three,
he's not... Yeah, as I say, Dylan's not creative enough to have come up with like the idea of having, you know, like surprising answers. That looks like... Okay, I'm going to go for snooker.
Yeah, I'm going to say snooker as well.
I think I know who that is specifically, but am I right? Is it Steve Davis?
It looks like Steve Davis, but it isn't. This is Wayne Mardle.
Oh, really?
He's a darts player.
Oh, there we go. We got one wrong. Oh, we got 2 wrong. We got the black guy
Phil
wrong.
the Power Taylor back in the day. Okay, Luke to guess first. What do you
Well,
think
again,
about
this guy's wearing a snooker outfit, I'm pretty sure, so snooker.
Snooker. Unless it's a double bluff.
No, it's a snooker player.
Oh, that's it.
She's so shit, man.
I enjoy the absence of double bluffs in this game. Okay, well, who does that look like?
Well, he's not. At least he's not wearing an outfit.
So wait, this is me right now, right?
I did try and find pics of them not wearing outfits, but I thought if I could crop them up high enough, then you know, maybe you wouldn't know.
Yeah. So I feel like he looks like a darts player.
Yeah, but I think this is darts as well.
This is Raymond van Barneveld, a darts player.
So basically, on the final one, I'm just going to make sure I go different to Luke, unless it's not me who goes first in the final one. Well, that one's obvious. I guess unless it's a double bluff.
I've never seen a Chinese snooker player, so I'll go with... a Chinese darts player, so I'll go with snooker.
Dylan, you have to let me know when we're on the final round, by the way. Is this the final round?
I think the one after is the final round.
Okay, so this is obviously a snooker player.
Well, this is Ding Junwei, a UK champion and a snooker player. This is the last.
So this is the last one. Now I'm gonna trust that Luke is gonna go different from whatever I go for. I don't. I actually
to guess first.
So this one actually feels like the most like it could be either, because he's kind of fat and bold, like you might expect a darts player to be, but he is wearing like a good outfit, like you'd expect a snooker player to be wearing. Fuck. This is actually quite difficult, but I'm going to go for darts.
Isn't this Michael van Gerwen, the darts player?
Yeah, it was. Yes,
Okay.
This is Michael van Gerwen, a darts player.
Okay,
So,
well, I take it as a point of pride that like there's nothing I could have done to win except for get like basically it's kind of like I like the fact that I only lost based on like one of my earliest decisions. That makes me happy.
It's actually
I've seen the meme of this. He's in a popular meme, Van Gerwen, because he did this weird expression while walking up to the the darts board, and so and that is a meme that I've seen.
He makes lots of funny faces, and I wish I'd. That's like with the Sean Murphy. I wanted to do a funny face, even though it kind of gave.
Honestly,
away
I should get an extra point for knowing who that was.
I think actually, I was going to say that. I know I didn't say that at the start.
He shouldn't get an extra point because he was going to win anyway. If it was a tie,
Luke's won anyway. Luke's won anyway. So let's say
you finally lost at something, Michael. Suck my dick.
It's 11-9 to Luke. In fact, you get 10 bonus points for getting the name, so it's 20-9. So there you go.
So let's rate the topic now.
Oh damn it.
Dylan, you go first.
I thought I'd go last, but okay. I put some time into it. It was okay, but I couldn't come up with better pictures, so I'll give myself a 7 out of 10.
You can stop sharing your screen, by the way. Now,
oh yeah, I'm sharing my Audacity now.
I hate
good thing I didn't get that gay porn up. Jokes.
I think a 6 out of 10 is fair, because honestly, like it was a nice idea, but it fell flat. Michael?
Yeah, I think the big limitation was the absence of double bluffs. The fact that like every single choice was like whatever someone looked like they obviously would be, they pretty much were always that thing. So yeah, I'm also just going to give it a 6.
Yeah, I mean, there was one where like the guy was clearly dressed in like a snooker outfit. That was just like awful.
Maybe it was just a double bluff though. As Michael
wasn't even trying. It felt like you. So that anyway, that gives.
You should have thrown some double bluffs into the mix.
I should have just done their faces. Really, I should have just cropped it out so you could just only see their faces. If I could
it gives Dylan a score of 19. So Michael, you're up next.
Yeah, shit. Okay, so I felt like considering there's an 8-minute limit, I was considering trying to do something else, but fuck it, I'm just going to go for this. So basically, obviously I'm in America. There's also a movie coming out this year called Civil War by A24. Y'all know about that?
Yes.
So we'll all... Yeah, we all recall that one time some fucking retard on this podcast came in and they're like, "Hey guys, here's my how I would split the USA between the Conservatives and the Republicans." And and I came in like, "Hey, dude, that's not a very sophisticated thing."
With your stupid rant about black people going to Appalachia.
Here's my idea. Yeah, how about an actually slightly more sophisticated balkanization of America? So I present to you my map of a fully balkanized America. So as you can see, it's got all sorts going on now. Is there anything you'd like to ask me about this map? Maybe how I made it so fantastic, what the logic is there. Like what's so great about it. So, basically, essentially what we're talking about is a situation where the United States just disorder completely comes out of nowhere. Now, there is an extra piece of world building here, which is that we're assuming that the Commonwealth has become, much more substantial. I came up with this when Boris was in charge. So obviously I was expecting the UK to be doing really well. Unfortunately, he was betrayed, so things haven't ended up as well as they should have. But as you can see, there's the Canadian and wider Commonwealth peacekeepers. So essentially they've come in and they've tried to maintain order by, pushing in across the border. Obviously, they've kind of sent their Supreme Navy. The British Navy's been rebuilt by Boris since he was able to break away from the, Brexit or whatever. So they control the Great Lakes. Now, in terms of the other things, obviously Palestine was liberated because America has collapsed. So if America collapses, let's be honest, it's over for Israel. Ukraine too. So essentially the British, being like, well, Palestine's kind of our stomping ground. They come in and they help to evacuate all the Jews and they move them to Jew York. In New Judea.
I think it's called New York, not Jew York.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. All of the black people, this was the thing that I think Luke was saying he thought was a really kind of like clever piece of world building. I can't remember his exact words, but I think he said, "Wow, Michael, it's like you really thought through the real world implications of this." Huge amounts of
By the way, mine
tension.
was not like a breakdown in society. It was just like the United States like splitting up.
Yeah. Your fairy tale scenario, but this is serious business. So
right.
If order broke down there, you'd essentially end up with a situation where you have like areas where there's already quite a bit of crime, but then on top of that, because they're cities, they wouldn't have much food. Yeah, so that things would kind of break apart, and then obviously all the racists would white flight over to the Appalachian Confederation, which would basically be where all the hillbillies keep order. You might notice there are various continuity governments. So the logic behind the continuity governments is that they're kind of people who want to restore America, but they're all from different sides. So obviously there's the Orlando continuity government, which is of course run by our hero Ron DeSantis. The Austin government. Now you might think the Austin government would be a bit difficult, because of the fact you've got the kind of the people in Austin are very liberal, but then you have the kind of people in Texas are generally quite conservative.
Michael, so Dylan's going to give this like a 2 out of 10.
The Austin government ends up kind of having a lot of kind of conflict within it. So it's quite unstable. Now the Denver government, now it's actually centered. Now I don't know if you know, but a lot of the military is centered in Denver. So you kind of end up with the actual kind of strength of the state located there. Fredonia is basically just kind of the libertarians. They kind of just get pushed around and eventually they end up kind of in that location. I think it just makes sense. They're kind of surrounded by other things. You might have noticed New Africa. That's obviously all the black people. But the difference there is because they're close to Cuba.
It's so racist. They call it New Africa.
Yeah, Cuba basically kind of supports, how they have like the relationship with the Black Panthers. So essentially it's kind of a communist puppet state under Cuba. El Norte. Now, Mexico didn't want to get involved, but some like kind of breakaway Mexicans said, oh, we're going to go in there and reclaim, because obviously they used to historically control that part of America. So El Norte is kind of like Mexican partisans who are trying to take over the land. Now, California is actually a very interesting one. Basically, California is actually controlled by tech bros, because obviously when order broke down, essentially people like Elon Musk were like, oh, we'll just fucking restore order with like our, cyber trucks and things like that. So California is actually like kind of, there's not really a democracy. It's essentially like Elon Musk and all the kind of Silicon Valley people using their like advanced technology to maintain order in some kind of horrifying techno dystopian nightmare. Deseret is of course the Mormons. Lakota are Native Americans. Makes sense that they would establish that territory. Of course, desert centered around Utah and the Salt Lake City. Northwest People's Initiative, that's actually a plan that already exists where fascists want to establish a white nation state in the Northwest because that's already an area that has a very high proportion of white people in it. They're the most explicitly racist. The Appalachians are also kind of racist, as are the Orlando people and all that. But, they basically are too busy worrying about being poor. So the Northwest People's
Initiative... I should have given you like 4 minutes.
Yeah, the Cascadian Autonomous Republic is basically kind of, like Chaz. It's basically kind of the Portland people, Seattle, basically a lot of hipsters, and Alaska's, they're just kind of doing their own thing. You may also notice that Hawaii is controlled by the Commonwealth. That's because Hawaii, as you know, has a British flag in their flag. Historically, they wanted to be part of the British Empire, so it just makes sense that would happen. I really thought I was going to run out of time. I didn't think I'd have time to explain everything, so how about you guys now contribute to the topic, elevating it to a 10 out of 10?
I like the racism behind the New Africa.
That's very funny.
Well, just to clarify, it's not really racism. New Africa it's the term that like African kind of separatists use to describe the idea. In fact, actually, that was the initial impetus. I saw I went on Black Twitter and they were talking about like how big should New Africa be, and that's roughly inspired by. In fact, I can show you a map of one of the New Africas I was shown.
You don't
if you
need
type
to do
in
that.
New Africa, you will typically get.
You don't need to do
it's
that.
fine. So they actually has a it's actually it's got a Wikipedia page, the Republic of New Africa. So sorry, I realized that you just said that you liked the racism, so by pointing out that it wasn't in fact racism is 100% based on a real kind of separatist movement that exists in the United States undercuts that.
I just don't think these separatists would ever have the ability to gain that much power.
Yeah, well, you've got to bear in mind the United States kind of falls apart.
Yeah, but like we're talking about a tiny slither of people here.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing, though,
land.
because essentially my argument is that the communist kind of places around the Caribbean, probably in the build-up to the United States falling apart, were already kind of funding these kind of separatist movements. So they were kind of already like ready to go when things happened. So a lot of people, what you think, like, what about the KKK? So essentially the KKK kind of ends up getting pushed into Appalachia.
Okay, that is wow, what a topic.
Yes.
Right, let's rate it. Michael, you go first.
Yeah, I think it was really lore dense. I think there was a lot of stuff in there to really appreciate, a lot of stuff to engage with. Obviously, it would have been better if instead of being 8 minutes, it maybe been 80 minutes. I thought it was really interesting, and I think it deserves no less than a 9 out of 10 for the sheer kind of quality, the world building, and how interesting it is. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy listening to this and maybe using it as a jumping off point for their own kind of world building adventures.
Okay, Michael gave it a 9 out of 10, just in case I cut all that. I am going to give it, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, there was no engagement from us. It was just you talking at us. This is really bad. This is like a 3 out of 10. Dylan?
I was going to give it a 4, just for the New Africa. But then, considering that, you also gave yourself a 9, I feel like I need to give a lower score to kind of offset that a little bit. So I'm going to give you I'm going to give it 2.
Oh, wow.
Tactics are bad. Being tactical is not okay. I don't endorse tactical voting in that way.
It doesn't deserve a 9, so I'm going to offset that a little bit by
that is
giving it a 2.
A crazy score. A 14 and a 9 was given. Wow. Right, I put it in at 16. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And now it's 14. So, right, I'll just finish off with my topic quickly, guys. And you know what? I'm going to inject some fun into this.
Yes.
Because, all right, Dylan, maybe you don't remember, or Michael maybe does, because I'm going to talk about a movie, right? Do you remember what Kyle... I'm going to talk about Kyle, our favourite Geordie.
It was like it started with an S.
Yes, Sucker Punch. And Dylan was telling... Do you remember when we watched it together? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Thinking it was okay, but everyone else panned it, and I said,
"Well, I remember."
I did.
He was very resistant to people kind of offering a live commentary. Like people were like saying stuff, and I think it was like he was very defensive right from the get go.
I used to love watching films with Kyle because sometimes sometimes the plot you'd have questions and you'd ask Kyle, Kyle, what's going on here? And, you should be paying attention, man. Oh, I can't believe you're fucking asking that. You're so stupid for you to ask that. Some films are quite complicated, to follow. That was it. Yeah,
that's it. With
and
fucking
it's
Baby Doll,
the obscure female celebrity that Kyle
I don't
knew very well, but none of us had heard of.
the thing is,
see,
like,
I don't remember that element of him feeling like he knew the celebrity well. I don't remember that.
I can't remember that either. But the point, right? It was so funny, man. It was so, like, because obviously it was directed by Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder has a new movie out called Rebel Moon, and that got me thinking about the time we watched one of Zack Snyder's first films, Sucker Punch, which Kyle loved, and it was his favorite movie. And he got us in like, can't wait to show you Sucker Punch, man. Oh, it's the best, man. It's wicked, man. Oh, you're gonna love it. And then we all sat down and started watching it, and we were just like, this is so shit. And we just kept criticizing it every like 2 minutes, and Kyle was like, "Oh, shut up, man! No, it's really good, man."
Didn't have the budget for those effects, man.
I don't remember like I didn't hate it, like, but the thing is, it was kind of like I didn't even have a chance to hate it, in that like Kyle, like, right from the get-go was like immediately resistant to the idea of anyone criticizing it at all, so it kind of ended up sort of like funny.
I mean, I was a bit like Luke on the food realtor. If people were criticizing it, I didn't mind joining in criticizing it.
Do you know, like, the thing is, like, everyone was just slating it, and then we looked at it, and it has 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. And again, I think what we did at one stage was we went through the critical reviews on the Wikipedia page and started reading them out to Kyle, and and saw him getting angrier and angrier at it. Snyder wanted. Yeah, and do you remember how it ended? How our viewing session of Sucker Punch ended?
I don't actually remember. I don't really remember what happened in the film at all. I feel like there was like a prison or something in it at some point, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. But there was a prison. Yeah, I was thinking it was okay. Not the best, not the worst. It was,
it was. I swear it was like 40 minutes in, and everybody just walked out and just left him on his own.
I think I was still. I think I might have watched the whole thing. I'm not sure, but I wasn't bored. I'll put it that way. But it wasn't.
No.
Wasn't the best.
That's the thing. I'm pretty sure we just left Kyle on his own watching it. Maybe you came back, but I think I was the last one to leave the room because I remember Alex and Jack left. And I remember this is what I read out to Kyle. I think this was perhaps myself or it might have been someone else who read it out on the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia page for Sucker Punch, it has a review from Mark Commode, who describes Sucker Punch. He described the film as the most boring, ploddingly put together, infantile, crass, adolescent, stupid, chauvinistic twaddle that I've ever sat through in a very, very long time.
Yeah, that's kind of a negativity I'd expect from him.
Kyle liked that chauvinistic stuff. Wasn't he like the most sexist member of the house, though, as well?
He was.
Yeah, he did say something sexist. I can't remember the context.
Oh, I'm like a white knight. Oh, no, it's like women are purer than men, or something like that.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
That was it. We were doing a fucking feminist quiz, because I had the idea. I suspected that Kyle was sexist, because, I'm good at reading people like that. That's just me. But the thing is, we did a quiz for him. And he was like, oh yeah, women are perfect, or you need to be a white knight for a woman, or whatever. There's something to be treasured, women something to be protected. He had that kind of mentality. I'm a white knight on a noble steed. I think you've said that before. Yeah, but I just like, honestly, Michael, maybe me and you one day should review Sucker Punch on Select and Reflect.
Yeah, it would actually be quite a fun movie to review.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to message Kyle, like, hey, I just saw this review on the internet. Hey, fancy giving it a listen, Kyle? Oh, I didn't realise it was Michael and Luke talking about Sucker Punch.
I love it. Filmmaker Quentin Tarantino named it one of the worst movies of 2011. Wow.
See, I feel like Kyle likes Tarantino, so that's got to hurt for him.
Yeah, I know.
That was the final Sucker Punch.
Fucking hell. Yeah, no, but that's the thing. I just remember like that we just crucified this movie, just like made fun of it, and all the stupid music in the movie. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, it was one of those movies that felt like it was very cool.
Yeah, it was trying to be really cool, and we were just like mocking it, and then
like...
he.
Sorry, it was like trying to be like a Suicide Games or something like that sort of film.
No, it was about this girl.
You're talking about Hunger Games, not Suicide Games.
It was about this girl who goes into
Suicide Squad. I think that's what I meant.
No, it's about this girl who is committed to a mental institution. She collects items she needs to escape. She enters a series of fantasy worlds where she and her fellow inmates are strong, experienced warriors. Yeah.
Oh wait, it was shit. No, I do remember now. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's what we just kept saying, Dylan. And Kyle, no, it's not, man. It's good. You just have to Pay attention.
I felt like watching it is like I could feel like it was a very Kyle film. Like when I was watching that Marvel show I had to watch my forfeit, I kind of felt like the Kyles of the world will be loving this and they'll be really engrossed in this story.
I don't know, man, but I just remember watching Sucker Punch and having a good time, and there we go. That's it. We're done with 8 minutes. So, can I have a rating, please, Michael?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I feel like I remembered thinking about Sucker Punch. I think at one point the idea crossed my head of like being like, oh, I could turn it into a topic. But the thing is, I didn't really remember it as well. So I think the fact that you remembered it kind of worked out better.
Yes, my memory.
I'll give it an 8. I think, especially for the remembering, makes sense.
Yeah, I think an 8 is fair. Dylan,
that's actually what I wrote down too. I think any topic that razzes on Kyle is always going to be worth one of the higher grades. So yes, an 8 from me too.
Okay, well, I win this week with a score of 24 and then 19 and 14. Honestly, it's not been a good week. I think in general, but it's maybe our worst episode ever. Anyway, let's do our final thoughts. Dylan, you go first. Final thought.
That's next week we're gonna do gay film songs.
Next week we're gonna be doing gay rap songs.
No and no. Next time we're gonna be doing monologue jokes.
Yeah, I just realized the one thing that's gonna be really difficult to do is Super Seducer with my internet.
Oh fucking hell yeah! Right, anyway, join us.
For a while, everybody.
Join us next time for monologue jokes. And this has been episode 96 of The Pope is Gay.
96
Goodbye.
is like 69.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.